a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. When you need a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Hello friends, I am Maria.
And I'm Garrett.
And this is Let's Talk in English. Today we will continue our travel lesson.
Ooh, yes, we are traveling around the world all the way over to Austria. Where are we visiting, Maria?
We are visiting the city of Salzburg. It is a beautiful city.
This city is in Austria. It is a country in Europe. It's in the middle of Europe, and it's not very big, but it is very interesting.
Yes, and it is very beautiful. We learned yesterday about different beautiful locations, including the Mirabelle Gardens with many flowers and trees there.
Right. Ooh, I always love to see beautiful gardens. Many big cities have special gardens. They're a great way to get away from all the busy buildings and people to see some nature.
That's right. And there are also beautiful fountains there. Well, friends, now we have come to our Find It question. Be sure to look for the answer when we go through today's lesson.
Right. What is our Find It question? Today it is, why does Bella like Hellbrunn Palace?
Why does Bella like Hellbrunn Palace? Well, friends, this is another beautiful location. Be sure to keep this question in mind.
Right, and it sounds like we will meet another new person today, Bella. We'll find out more about her. Now, friends, let's jump right in and learn our keywords with Jack.
今天 Zach 访问的来宾是 Bella。他首先感谢 Bella 的到来。Thanks for joining me in our studio today. 动词 join 就是加入或是参与。Bella 觉得老城区很美，她喜欢在街道上闲逛，欣赏建筑物，还有逛街买东西。I love to wander the streets, admire the buildings, and do some shopping. 动词 wander 就是漫步闲逛的意思。另一个动词 admire 就是欣赏，而 Bella 还喜欢去参观霍恩萨尔兹堡城堡。I love to visit Hohensalzburg Castle too. 名词 castle 就是城堡。为什么喜欢那里呢？因为有花园和喷泉啊。Because of the gardens and trick fountains. 形容词 trick 就是特技的或是捉弄的。
Hi, Bella. Thanks for joining me in our studio today. We want to hear all about your trip to Salzburg.
I'm happy to share it with you. I've been to Salzburg many times. I never get tired of it.
Why not?
Because its old town is so beautiful. I love to wander the streets, admire the buildings, and do some shopping.
And sit in a sidewalk cafe and enjoy some coffee with something sweet?
Yes!
I like to do that too.
Ooh, Maria, here it is. Zach yesterday was telling us that he was planning an interview.
Yes, that was his idea, and he was going to interview someone about Salzburg.
Right, he was going to interview someone. Just to remind all of you, when someone interviews someone else, they ask them questions to learn more about them.
Yes, so who is he going to interview? It is a lady named Bella.
Right, he says, thanks for joining me in our studio today. Of course, a studio is a special place where things are often filmed, like an interview.
Yes, he says we want to hear all about your trip to Salzburg. So Bella went to Salzburg.
All right, before we move on, She is joining him. If someone joins you somewhere, they're coming along with you. You're doing it together.
That's right. So they are doing the interview together. Bella says, I'm happy to share it with you. I've been to Salzburg many times. I never get tired of it.
Ooh, she never gets tired of it. Hey, that's a great sentence.
It is. And that is today's calendar
phrase.
I never get tired of it.
I never get tired of it.
我永远都不会腻。Do you like basketball?
Yes, I never get tired of it.
Do you like soccer?
Yes, I never get tired of it.
Do you like going to movies?
Yes, I never get tired of it.
Do you like studying?
No, I'm tired of it.
I never get tired of it.
I never get tired of it.
我永远都不会腻。
Thanks for that calendar phrase, guys. Of course, that phrase doesn't mean you're actually wanting to sleep. It means you love something or someplace so much you could do it again and again.
Yes, you want to visit it over and over again. At least Bella wanted to keep visiting Salzburg, and Zach asks, why not? Why won't you get tired of it?
Bella says because its old town is so beautiful. What does she love to do? Well, it's wander the streets, admire the buildings, and do some shopping.
Ooh, I like the word wander. Well, we often walk. You know what that means. And wander means you don't have a specific place that you want to go to or be at. You're just walking around, looking around, and relaxing.
Yeah, you might even find some surprises. Bella also likes to admire the buildings. You can admire a thing, a place, or even a person. That means you really appreciate them. You think they're very special.
Yes, when you admire something, you think, wow, that looks so cool. When you admire someone, you might think, wow, I want to be like that person.
All right, well, Bella likes to do a lot of things. We want to go and learn more with Jack.
提到老城区 ，Bella 说：“我喜欢在街道上漫步，欣赏建筑物，还有逛逛街。I love to wander the streets, admire the buildings, and do some shopping。”请注意句尾的 do some shopping， 在非正式的口语表达中可以用 do some 动词 ing 来表达做某件事或是进行某种活动。比如像打扫就可以用 do some cleaning。阅读就可以用 do some reading。我们来看个例句 ：He stayed home to do some cleaning。他待在家里做清扫。或是 She likes to sit in the park and do some reading。她喜欢坐在公园里看书。还有一句 We did some cooking before the party。我们在派对前做了一些料理。
Thanks so much, Jack. Well, we continue on here with Zach. He says, and sit in a sidewalk cafe and enjoy some coffee with something sweet. He wants to know if Bella enjoys doing that.
Yes, she does. Well, let's talk about a sidewalk cafe first. So, cafe is a place where you can enjoy some coffee, maybe with a little cake or bread. But Garrett, what is a sidewalk cafe?
Well, a sidewalk is those places you walk along a street. So, a sidewalk cafe is a small cafe along the street. It's not very big, and you can enjoy something sweet.
Yes, Bella likes it. Zach also likes a sidewalk cafe. So friends, try a sidewalk cafe the next time that you are wandering around someplace.
Right, especially in Europe. Well, friends, we're at that time now. It's time to take a quick break, grab something sweet, and we'll see you in just a moment. right after this.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We just learned about wonderful cafes in Europe. But what is the difference between a cafe and a coffee shop?
Well, at a coffee shop, you can drink coffee and have small desserts, but at a cafe, you can also have a meal.
Right, it's usually not a really big meal, but you can enjoy some food too, and maybe have your lunch there. Friends, let's get back to that interview.
I love to visit Salzburg Castle too. It sits on a hill above Salzburg. You can look down on the city from there.
There are many interesting things to see in the castle too.
Yes, there's lots of history there. But I think Hellbrunn Palace is my favorite place when I visit in summer.
Why is that?
Because of the gardens and trick fountains.
Right. You might get sprayed with water if you're not careful.
Yes, it's so much fun.
You know, there are some things that little kids just love to learn about. I think one thing little boys love to learn about, and maybe little girls too, is things like knights and castles.
Ooh, knights and castles. A knight is a person with armor or a hard thing that covers their whole body, and that is to protect them in war.
Right, they were around hundreds of years ago, and around that same time, a lot of castles were built. Castles were big buildings that looked really cool. Usually, they were made to protect the people inside. And if you go to Salzburg, you can see one special castle called Salzburg Castle.
Yes, it is a beautiful castle, and it sits on a hill above Salzburg. So it is above the city. So when you look down from the castle, you can see a beautiful view of the city.
Right. When you go to a city, try to find somewhere high up so you can look down at the city from where you are.
This castle sits on a hill above Salzburg, which is the city.
Right. It sits right up there. And if you go up there, you can look down on the city. It's pretty cool. I think if you go to any city, it's nice to be up in a high place like this hill to see the city below.
That's right. And because it is on the hill, it is higher up so you can see it. Well, this word sit is a really good word to learn more about. So let's go to Jack right now.
Bella 很喜欢去参观霍恩萨尔兹堡城堡，它坐落于萨尔兹堡的上方的山丘上面。It sits on a hill above Salzburg。这里的动词 sit 不是坐下的这个动作哦，它是引申表达坐落于或位处于哪里的意思。另外还有动词 rest 休息和 lie 躺下也都有相似的用法。例如A small house sits on the hill. 一间小屋坐落在山上。或者是 The quiet village rests by the river. 那个安静的村庄坐落在河边。或者是 John's farm lies between two mountains. John 的农场位于两座的山之间。
Thank you, Jack. Well, we know that the castle will give you a very beautiful view of the city, but there are also many interesting things to see in the castle.
Oh, yes, we learned that here. Bella tells us a bit more. She says there's lots of history there. But she actually wants to talk about one other place now.
Yes, it is called Hellbrunn Palace, which is her favorite place to visit in summer.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's not as nice in the winter. Well, she likes to go there in the summer, and Zach wants to know why that is.
Why is that? I wonder why. Well, now we come to the answer to our Find It question. The question was, why does Bella like Helbrunn Palace?
It's because she likes it because of the gardens and trick fountains. Okay, that does sound pretty interesting. We've learned there are quite a few gardens throughout Salzburg, even at the Helbrunn Palace.
Yes, and we learned that many gardens have fountains, but these fountains are special. They are trick fountains.
Ooh, trick fountains. That means they're a little silly, or they don't do what you expect them to do. They are a little tricky, we can say.
Yes, and that's because when you sit down, you don't know when the water will come out, so you might get sprayed with water if you're not careful.
This makes me think of another usage of that word, trick candles. These are candles on a birthday cake. They're hard to blow out. Sometimes they just come back.
Ooh, that is interesting. Well, friends, trick fountains, trick candles, they do something that you don't expect to happen.
Yeah, Zach says you might get sprayed with water if you're not careful. Spraying is when that water shoots out. Bella thinks this is so much fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun. Well, friends, something else that is also a lot of fun is reviewing today's keywords.
Here's your first keyword for today. Join. Join. Can I join your book club?
Wander. Wander. Josh is just wandering around.
Admire. Admire. They're admiring the paintings here.
Castle. Castle. Who has lived in this castle?
Trick. Trick. That is a trick question. Well, friends, those are your keywords for today. It's not a trick. They're very useful, so keep practicing them.
And now let's watch our conversation one more time.
Hi, Bella. Thanks for joining me in our studio today. We want to hear all about your trip to Salzburg.
I'm happy to share it with you. I've been to Salzburg many times. I never get tired of it.
Why not?
Because its old town is so beautiful. I love to wander the streets, admire the buildings, and do some shopping.
And sit in a sidewalk cafe and enjoy some coffee with something sweet?
Yes!
I like to do that too.
I love to visit Hohensalzburg Castle too. It sits on a hill above Salzburg. You can look down on the city from there.
There are many interesting things to see in the castle too.
Yes, there's lots of history there. But I think Helbrunn Palace is my favorite place when I visit in summer.
Why is that?
Because of the gardens and trick fountains.
Right. You might get sprayed with water if you're not careful.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Welcome back to Chit Chat. I'm Zach.
And I'm Ivy.
Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Zach, what is something you never get tired of?
I never get tired of wandering around cool locations and admiring them.
I never get tired of going to cafes and shopping.
Today, Bella told me about Salzburg. In Old Town Salzburg, you can do all those things.
The history of Salzburg is interesting. Bella said that there is a castle.
Yes, the castle sits on a hill above Salzburg. And there is the Hellbrunn Palace.
In the summer, you can see the garden and trick fountains.
But be careful, don't get sprayed with water.
That's right. Friends, we will see you next time
on Chit Chat.
Hello, English language learners. My name is Dr. Idiom. I'm here to help you with your idioms. There are many idioms out there. Some are funny, some are strange, but they all are useful phrases to know. Call me and let me help you. Let's see who our caller is today.
Hi, Dr. Idiom. My name is Levi.
Hi, Levi. Nice pink shirt.
Today I went to school and my friend Max wasn't there. So I asked the teacher, where is he? And she said he is feeling under the weather. What does that mean?
Thanks, Levi. This is another funny weather idiom. When somebody says that they are under the weather, it means they are feeling unwell or sick. People like to use this idiom as a way to say, I'm sick without using the word sick. Some people don't like to hear that word, which can scare people. This idiom comes from the time of ships and sailors long ago. Sailors work on ships. When a sailor wasn't feeling well, he was told to go below deck. The deck is the floor of the ship. When the sailor was below deck, he could stay out of the bad weather and rest. Being under the weather meant someone was too sick to stay up on the deck and do their job. Today, you don't need to be a sailor to use that idiom. When you are sick, you can tell someone, I can't come to work today. I'm feeling under the weather. Now you know why Max was not at school. Max was feeling sick and went home to rest. Hopefully he will be back at school feeling better. Stay healthy. Bye.
Well, friends, what do you think? Is Salzburg your next travel location?
I think it sounds like a wonderful place to go to. There is the beautiful castle where you can see a wonderful view of the city.
There are gardens and palaces and so much to see. Maria, what would be the first place you would go?
I think I would go to the garden where there are trick fountains. I think that would be fun to try not to get sprayed.
You know, I think that was my answer too. I wonder what I would wear though. You wouldn't want to wear nice clothes and get them all wet.
Well, that would be fun if it just made you want to not get wet even more if you were wearing nice clothes.
All right, friends, try to answer this question yourself. If you went to Salzburg, what is the first thing you would do or location you would go? Well, we will be back tomorrow with a whole new lesson. We'll see you then right here on
Let's Talk in English.
Goodbye.